Thank you, Mojo Risen, for becoming a Patreon. Hello everybody and welcome to today's video. In today's video, you've probably judged by the title, we are bringing you a new tactic for Football Manager 2020. We are going to be looking at the Knap Kashmir inverted winger 2-3-3-1-1. Yes, it's a very unorthodox tactic. I want to show you guys a little bit about this tactic, and for this test we are going to be showing you Manchester City and what we did with Manchester City. Now this tactic is for kind of your elite teams, so I don't want to see in the comments you should have done this on a lower league team. Not really designed for a lower league team, and you'll see right now why that is the case, and you can see the tactic on the screen right now. This is a very complex tactic, not really going to be able to be used in the lower leagues. For example, complete wingbacks are going to be hard to find. Ball playing defenders can be hard to find, that they are becoming more common in the lower leagues. And of course, an inverted winger isn't the greatest, but you guys can be my testers as well. If you want to try this tactic out with a lower league team, please be my guest. Let me know in the comments how it goes. And I really want to see if it does work, but because I've only tested it really with Manchester City, there have been lots of other tests with this tactic as well. So it is a tiki-taka. It's very attacking. So the first one we've seen on our test that is very attacking. There isn't that many instructions in terms of in possession and in transition, but the main ones being pass into space, play out defence, run at defence, work ball into box. This is only being counter and counter press. You've got out of possession, you've got defend narrower, higher defensive line, much higher line of engagement, extremely urgent, prevent short goal kick distribution, get stuck in and use tighter marking, along with use offside trap. Like I said a moment ago, this is a very unorthodox tactic, so if you guys like trying new things out like this, you know, if you send this picture to one of your friends, they'll be like, what the hell is this? And it looks really weird. But let's see how it does with Manchester City. So I'm just going to run through how I'm going to line up with Manchester City. I did try it on a few different teams, but there was a few roles that was missing. So generally, Edison will go as the goalkeeper. Of course, the ball-playing defenders are probably going to go with Laporte and Stones, but Laporte is out for 6 months, so it will need to be John Stones and Otamendi. I'm not focusing on the left and the right-hand side. I'm just showing you the team that I'm going to be picking. On the wing-back, we'll go with Cancelo. The DM, of course, will be Rodri. The complete wing-back will probably be Zinchenko or Mendy. Maybe Mendy because he's more natural in that position, but there's a good rotation between both for the season. The Mazzella will be De Bruyne. The centre mid, now this is where it is kind of not great. I mean, you have got Fernandinho, and you've also got David Silva. So maybe we'll go with Fernandinho, maybe David Silva. They're both probably playing in that role quite a lot. On that left-hand side will more than likely be Sane, though David Silva can also play there as well if I need him. But let's go with Sane. I mean, he is injured for 6 to 7 months as well. Sterling is probably going to be the one on that side, on the left-hand side. The inverted winger will be Bernardo Silva. And of course, the striker will be Sergio Aguero with Gabriel Jesus as the backup. So that's how we're going to roll the team for the season. Like I say, there will be changes based on injuries and suspensions and stuff like that. But in terms of the player instructions, so let's have a little look through. So Edison, you've got tackle harder. Otamendi, you've got pass it shorter. So there's very little player instructions on this tactic, which is surprising so far. The Rodri has got pass it shorter, shoot less often, and close down more, while the complete wing backs, usually they have a lot, and you can see they have got quite a few in terms of their instructions. Pass it shorter, shoot less often, close down more, tackle harder, and mark specific position. So they're going to be marking specific positions, which is the first time we've seen this. They will look to mark the wingers of the opposition's team. In terms of Sterling, you've got pass it shorter. Fernandinho, you've got shoot less often. De Bruyne, you've got pass it shorter and shoot less often as well. Silva, you've got cross more often, roam from position, sit narrower, close down more, and then Aguero as the striker, you've got pass it shorter, tackle harder, and mark tighter. If you guys want to download this tactic, the link is in the description below. I also want to know in the comments what you guys thought when you've seen this tactic. It is, like I say, it is very unorthodox, and I love like the weird and wonderful in terms of Football Manager. So if you guys do like the look of this, let me know in the comments. If you're going to try it out with your team as well, again, let me know in the comments. But without further ado, let's go forward a season and let's see exactly what Manchester City have done using this tactic. And well, as you can see, Manchester City was champions of the Premier League, and in style as well. 105 goals scored, Not as much as the previous one we did with Barcelona. You can see the goal difference is 80, which, you know, isn't great. It's okay, but I mean, we did concede the least amount out of all the teams in the Premier League, but we finished on 107 points. So I think, again, 107 points in the Premier League is a massive achievement no matter what team you are. We all know how competitive the Premier League is. You know, it's not like Spain where you've got 4 or 5 big teams and the rest are a mile off. All teams are very close. So for them to finish on 107 points really is incredible. What was weird about this tactic is we didn't have the top goal scorer in the league. Aguero only finished on 21. We didn't even have the highest average rating in the league. Bernardo Silva was the second best at 760. Though Bernardo Silva did have the most assists in the league, Bernardo Silva also had the most play of the matches. Ederson had the most clean sheets at 19, so you can see the very defensive tactic as well. Yellow cards, of course, we was highest, Cancelo with 17. And we had the best start you can possibly imagine. 44 games we won in a row. But again, it's a very weird test. Like, I was really surprised that we kept winning and kept winning and kept winning. We won some big teams. Like, we beat Real Madrid, you can see right here. We beat Arsenal, we beat Man United 3-0. But we struggled against the kind of the weaker teams, I guess. I mean, Burnley was 4-3. Bournemouth was 3-2. There's a lot of close games. Bournemouth 2-1. Newcastle, we did dominate a lot of games, but Southampton 2-0. You know, we beat Liverpool in the FA Community Shield. We also did the quadruple as well, but we didn't win the Champions League, which I'll show you in a second. But you can see, really, we kind of struggled against a lot of teams. A lot of teams was really close. Like Aston Villa was only 2-1. You can see Everton, Tottenham both 1-0. We did keep a lot of clean sheets, though, which is the main thing. And there was games where we scored a lot of goals. Like, the biggest one was probably Tottenham. I don't think we scored more than 5 goals in a single game. Tottenham, we beat 5-1. You can see Liverpool, we beat 5-2 in the FA Cup. We had a good win against Man United here at 3-0. Sheffield United, we won 3-0. West Ham, we lost against Chelsea. That was our first loss, 18th of March. We did draw a game on the 7th of March against Liverpool. But that was an incredible run. I was really thinking that maybe I could do a test where we went the entire season unbeaten, but it wasn't to be. And apart from really them 2 games where we lost to PSG, we got knocked out by PSG. We won 2-1 away, but we lost 3-1 at home. So we did get knocked out in the quarterfinal. Yeah, the quarterfinal. Obviously in the leg 2, we got knocked out. But no, I mean, in terms of the results, I can't really complain that they did the job. I think we had a lot of injuries, we had a lot of suspensions throughout the entire season. And let's have a little look at the players. You can see some of them are wanting a rest. Got a few unhappy players as well. But in terms of appearances, you can see it literally right through the team. You've got, obviously, John Stones on 52 appearances. They was probably the best 2. M2 was barely injured. They was injured a few games, I believe. Let's have a little look at their history in terms of their injuries. So you can see, actually, John Stones wasn't injured at all. Sorry, he had one injury on the 30th of October 2019, but he was only out for 2 days. So it really seemed like there was a big influx of injuries with these. I mean, Aguero was injured quite a lot, which you can see right here. He had 5 or 6 injuries throughout the entire season. And I think that cost me a lot of games as well. So very interesting. I mean, a lot of players did make a lot of appearances, as you can see. Even right down here, Mendy made 20 appearances. The left back, Zinchenko, made 42. So there was a lot of rotation needed in this team. I don't know if it's just because Manchester City are quite injury prone. Maybe that's the thing. But yeah, overall, in terms of goals, the biggest goal scorer was Aguero, scoring 38 in all competitions. And then 18 for Gabriel Jesus. Bernardo Silva scored 17. John Stones, the centre-back, scored 13, which he scored more than De Bruyne, which is very surprising. So the centre-backs do score goals in this tactic. So a magnificent season from Bernardo Silva, and he has gone to 5-star now in our team. But that inverted winger role is massively important on that right-hand side, and he popped up with 17 goals. So really a quality season by the entire team. You can see in the competitions now, we finished first in the Premier League. We got knocked out in the against quarterfinal against PSG. We won the FA Cup, we won the Carabao Cup, and we won the Community Shield, meaning that Manchester City did the quadruple in this test. And if we go now and have a look at a few stats in terms of the team details, you can see possession-wise, we was 8th on 51% possession, which, you know, wasn't amazing, but we know Knap tactics generally aren't about possession. They're kind of more about the shots and getting the yellow cards, I guess. You can see games without losing went 8 games without losing. That's not really that important. You can see the goals, 105. We scored the most, but again, we wasn't really scoring a massive amount of goals. It was kind of like a lot of games where it was close, which we just spoke about. You can see crosses, we wasn't high on the crosses, 321. 3 teams beat us on that as well. We did score 5 goals from direct free kicks. We actually finished second on the shots on target, which is surprising. 440 shots on target, though our conversion rate was the top on 11%, and we made 707 fouls. Which, yeah, that is pretty mental in comparison to second place Chelsea. Dribbles per game, though, we had 24 dribbles per game. So it just shows you how important the winger and the other inverted winger is very important. You can see regarding the league, most of our goals came from here. 37 goals came from this period. And you can see goal types, we had a lot of place shots. 54 scored just by placing the shots as well. We had a few headers. We had 4 free kicks and only 3 penalties, so it really wasn't that bad. In terms of the clear-cut chances, we had 62 clear-cut chances throughout the season in just the domestic league matches. And that is the end of the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Let me know if you're going to download the tactic. Don't forget, all the download links are in the description below, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, everybody.